What's up, everyone? How's it going? It is Thomas Montiel, Cancel's Executive Director and CEO, and I'm here to share with you a brand new program and an opportunity for us to connect and influence literacy in our community. I'd like to introduce to you the Neighborhood Network, where pens meet paper, kids make pals, a part of Wichita Literacy Initiative. Neighborhood Network is exactly what it sounds like. It is a new twist on a pen pal program. And how I want to explain this is a method I learned from an older gentleman years ago that simplified a way of communicating. It's called the what method. So we're going to talk about what's up, so what, and what now. What's up is a description of what we're talking about. So what is why it matters. And what now is the action steps. What are we going to do about it from here? So, what's up? The Neighborhood Network, a new spin on an old fashioned pen pal program. This is all about creating an opportunity for diverse groups of individuals, including seniors, students, professionals, stay at home members of our society, or anyone wanting and willing to connect and help encourage a lifelong love of reading and writing. In an overview, this program will have adults that send letters to be scanned and posted on our Facebook group, or you can scan them in yourself and send them to us, and we'll post it online to our page. And when people read, they can respond by traditional mail using the US Postal Service. And we'll talk a lot more about the details and the rules for that a little bit later in the presentation. But in a nutshell, adults post letters, and students or other adults or other families have an opportunity to respond. So if there is a senior in a home here or in a community here in town who wants to communicate with a group of school students, they can write a letter. We'll post it online for it to be read, and students can then take that letter and respond to it. So, what? Why does it matter? Well, four basic reasons. One, isolation. Throughout COVID 19, a lot of our seniors have been the hardest hit, our older population. On top of that, our students have been really significantly impacted by being kept at home or indoors and not getting a chance to experience a variety of interactions. And most of us in general fall into that category. We've really kind of kept to ourselves or into a smaller pocket of our own community, our own friends and family. This is an opportunity to broaden that out just a little bit in a very safe and meaningful way. Number two is literacy. We have been losing ground statistically in literacy locally and in our state for quite some time. And that's not about a blame game or anything of that nature. But with the recent pandemic, it's really unlikely that we're going to make up a lot of lost ground this year. This is one way to encourage some involvement, whether you're a teacher with students that are remote, or if you are a parent with students at home. This is one way to encourage reading and writing. Number three is writing, which is kind of becoming a forgotten art. A lot of kids have been using computers so often to write where their handwriting has really kind of suffered, or their ability to even read handwriting has really suffered. And you do not have to, and I'll repeat that, you do not have to handwrite responses, but we definitely encourage it and encourage teachers or parents, if they want to see development from their students, to use this as a way of doing that, to encourage them to slow down and really hone in those writing skills. Number four is environment. Environment and creating real change to scale, it goes hand in hand. When you talk about literacy, you can't really improve education or academic performance by just changing things at school or just changing things at home. It takes everything. The play environment in which we live, work, learn, grow on a family wide scale is all involved in uplifting our communities with literacy. This is just one piece of a puzzle that can be engaging. In fact, I encourage families to take part in this. I think it'd be really cool to see mom, dad, brother, sister, everyone write letters back in response and make this a fun family activity. And then they can even share maybe the stories and the letters that they've received back or they send out. So, how does it work? What now? Here's our action steps. And we're going to keep it really simple, a very simple three-step process. Step one, adults send in letters, whether it be to email to us Or if they're seniors and they don't know how to use technology, they can handwrite letters and they can send them to us. And they need to include an address for responses, and we will be screening them through one of our group administrators, whether that is one of our volunteers that leads this program, or myself, or another staff member, to make sure that nothing is given out that would be either inappropriate or tell too much personal information. And then we'll post it on our Facebook group for everybody to read and then respond. So, step two is posting on that Facebook group. Once we post that on the Facebook group, responders read the letters. They can choose to respond or not to respond. Obviously, you do not have to respond to every letter you see. And some of them may really fit if you're a teacher, maybe a topic, or maybe they touch on something you really want to connect with your class on. Maybe it's a professional in marketing that sends in a letter, and you're talking about art or graphics in class, and this is a way to bridge literacy with art. There could be those different types of opportunities. So then responders let us know what they're doing with some of these letters by using the like or love button inside of those posts. So if you like a post, we're going to see that as you're interested in that letter. We are not limiting any letter to be responded to by one to one or anything like that. So it's not first come, first serve. Everybody can respond to every letter, or you can pick a couple, or you can pick one. It's totally up to you. Or you lose the heart, the love um, response. And what that tells us is that you've actually responded. So if you change that thumbs up to a love or a heart response, we take that as that letter has something coming back to it, that somebody is responding to that person who posted that letter and sent that out to receive responses. And step three, this is the actual response part. This is where youth, if you have teachers or parents that share the letters, youth respond, and we recommend handwriting, like I said before, and it'll be mailed directly to the originator. Obviously, this is for something for teachers and parents to handle, is the mailing directly. We do not want underage kids sending letters that have not been looked over or have some basic ground rules. So please, parents and teachers, make sure that they don't use your last names, your personal street addresses. If you don't want to receive letters back at that address, and specifically for parents, teachers, do not let your students use addresses. But if you're a parent and you want them there and you feel good about it, that's up to you. Don't let them put in phone numbers or information that would give away their full identity to the originating adult. And I say this because just like in electronic communication, there is always a chance that there's other people who are in on the reading. And even if, um, say, there's a lady named Joanne at a senior home that your child is communicating with, what you don't know is if there's a staff member or somebody else gets a hold of that letter. So you really want to be protective of your child's information or your student's information. So please be aware of that. So if you're an adult, obviously you can write, and all that's on you. If you're an adult responding to an adult and you want to share more information, obviously that is between two consenting adults. We'll leave those things alone. Just keep it appropriate. Well, like I said, we'll screen things that come in from our side. You need to make sure you're very well aware of what you're putting out there from yours. But I'm excited because there's going to be a lot of really good things that come from this. And in addition to how those steps work, we're also going to post on our walls things maybe like writing prompts or ideas or topics to help get things started. So this way, it's not just people writing letters into the world. To some extent, we can give some of these guys topics. So we can ask maybe some of these seniors in the home, what do they remember from their childhood? What were their favorite foods? Did they have a favorite subject in school? Is there a favorite author? Things that can actually inspire them to give content and context in their letters that they send out for you to respond to. So we're really excited. A little bit of guided process here. So, and that's really it in a nutshell. The neighborhood network is all just about connecting people with people in a safe and meaningful way, and to encourage that reading and writing aspect that is so important to a student's and an adult's success in life. So, Neighborhood Network, just to give you an idea, is just one of several Cancel programs if you're not familiar with us. We also have Riot, which is a youth performance arts program. This is part of the Neighborhood Network is a part of our Wichita Literacy Initiative, which has the goal of establishing Wichita as the literacy capital of the world. And then Cancel Firebirds, which is our volunteer movement program. This is, of course, in addition to our core programs of earning your high school education, your diploma, or English for secondary languages, or people who speak other languages, and our workforce skills programs. So we do quite a bit at Cancel, and this is just one cog in the wheel to try to help our communities become a much more educated and free place through academic and economic freedom and empowerment. Well, I appreciate you listening about our new Neighborhood Network program. I hope to see you get involved, and I cannot wait to hear about all the cool stories and information that both kids and adults get to share and get to learn. You have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys soon.